everyone, welcome back to another video on my channel. So today I am doing a neon abstract shape sort of thing. That's all I've got for you, I'm afraid. I don't really know where I'm going with this until it happens, so we're just going to hope for the best and wait and see. So these are the colours I'm going to be using. We've got some neons here from Gel Perfection. This is Pink Margarita, we've got Neon Nights and Beach House, Parakeet, Heat Wave, and then we've got Black and White, which is Alaska and Blackout. So they're the colours that we're going to be using. I'm going to decant them onto my palette and then we can get going. All of my nails I'm going to be using white as the base, so I am literally just going to paint them white off camera and then come back, because obviously they already are white technically, but just to make them more white and shiny we're going to just paint them. So I'm going to do one coat of Alaska on all of them and then we'll come back to start the design. So basically what I'm going to be doing in this video is just layering different colours, basically, like, long story short, that's what we're doing. Layering different colours and shapes. So first of all I'm going to start here with a blue triangle. That is literally it. I'm just going to fill in that triangle, and then further up somewhere else I'm going to put like a pink circle or an orange square, like, you know, that sort of thing. Obviously not all of the designs I do on my channel, like, I actually do with, like, actually someone having it in mind, if that makes any sense. Like, I wouldn't expect someone to walk around with, like, shape snails, because that is random. Not that someone can't do that, because obviously everyone's tastes are different, but that's the fun part of it. So next up I'm going to go in orange, and I'm going to do a square or something that is relatively close to a square. Anyway, that's the fun of abstract, is you can get away with doing almost like a bad job and saying, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to look. So definitely use that to your advantage. I clearly don't know what a square is, because this is far, very far from a square. So we'll say I was supposed to go for a rectangle instead, just so I don't look like I don't know what a square is. Wow. Anyway, I am going to make it slightly bigger, like more like a square, in a second, but let's just fill it in first. I like doing random stuff like this, like just fun designs, literally just for the fun of it. And who knows, it might turn out absolutely rubbish. That is the vibe I'm getting right now, but we'll see. There's hope, I hope. I'm hoping for hope. I don't think that really makes sense, but it's fine. Okay, I'm leaving that like that, because the more I try, the worse it'll get. I just know it. So next up, I'm going to go into a different colour, and this time we're going to do a circle. So I'm going to use a dotting tool. Make sure that it's clean, of course, and there's no little hairs or anything to ruin it for me on it. Actually, I'm going to use a larger one. No, I'm not. I'm going to use, I don't know, I think I'm going to use a small one at first, just for a circle. So we're just going to go into the purple and then just create a circle. I think I want multiple circles, so I'm probably just going to do like smaller ones, but a lot of them, if that makes sense. There's a hair on here. Do you know what? I genuinely think that hairs will be the death of me. Like, they are the absolute bane of my life. But there you go. And I now know that if hairs are not the death of me, then circles somehow will be, because this is absolutely atrocious. But I don't mind. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. So I'm going to go up here with one as well. There we go. So I've got another circle. Why does my phone keep not focusing? It's really unhelpful. Okay, so next up I'm going back in with my nail art brush, which is the Bestie brush, by the way, from Erin's collection. And I'm going to go into the next colour, which is pink. And let's just get that off. I'm going to do like a, whatever this shape is, we're just going to basically fill in the bottom. I really like this pink, and that doesn't come out my mouth that often. So I feel like when I do like a pink, I do need to like sort of, I don't know, use it, because it's not very often it happens. And the good thing about doing the base of white is that obviously all of the neons are more neon, because neons always come across better on top of white, which is fab. I'm just going to go up here as well with the pink. Make it a bit bigger, I think. Take it over there. That's better. A bit bigger. Perfect. And then I'm going to go in with Parakeet, which is actually a really different type of green. Like, it's pretty beautiful. Definitely not with pink still on my brush, it's not. But on its own, it's really nice. So the next shape I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do, I don't know, I like corners. I'm a bit strange, like, I think I'm going to do something like the blue one, but down here instead. And instead of it being, let's just do this. I'm going to make it quite long this time. And then bring it up here as well. So I'm just going to fill that in. And then basically what we're going to do when it's all cured and everything is we're just going to fill gaps with more shapes and like lines and dots and stuff to make it a bit abstract-y. I mean, obviously that's already pretty abstract, but you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm going to pop this one in the lamp. I'm going to do the same sort of thing on the other two nails that are going to be the same as this one, but like mix the colours up a little bit. And then obviously we'll be able to like move on, but I'm going to mix it up. So this time I'm going to make the same sort of shapes but in different places and in different colours. So obviously this sort of shape I did in pink last time, whereas this time I'm going to do it in Parakeet. So I'm just mixing up the shapes and mixing up the colours of the shapes, if that makes sense. That's better. And then I'm going to do the same up this corner up here. And then I'm going to do obviously all the other shapes with different colours. So I'm not going to actually talk through this bit because obviously it's literally the exact same as the other nail, just, well, it's not literally the exact same, doesn't make any sense, it's not. But yeah, it's going to be the same process as the other one. So I'm going to do this one and the third nail, it's going to be like this, and then we can recoup together, ready for the next stage. Okay, so next I'm not going to layer them. I was originally just going to keep putting like shapes on shapes and stuff, but because they're neon colours, I don't think they're going to like cover each other very well. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to go in with black now and just create a bit more, I don't really know how to explain it, not really depth, because I'm literally just going to draw over it. So I'm just going to use my black gel polish now to just create some lines and some dots and just all sorts of different things. So we're going to go with lines first. Just some, also these are what they look like. Let me get the other one. Those are the three shape nails we've got. So we're going to just apply random things over the top, basically, just to give it a bit of something random. So I'm going to do some thick lines and some thin ones, just something a bit different, basically. So obviously because the shapes are painted on, like they're gonna have a bit of like height to them. So this one here is a bit raised. I'm not sure if you can see, but the black is not 100% smooth. And obviously to combat that, you could literally just top coat these. I usually do it with the velvet top coat just because it's quite thick anyway, and it just, I don't know, it's good to work on velvet top coat. Like I find, especially with line work, but all sorts of different nail art, like it's so much easier to do over a velvet top coat. So it would definitely make sense to do that. I'm just lazy and can't be bothered to do that and then wait for it to cure, so I'm just going straight in and doing the best I can to make it look smooth. Obviously there's only so much you can do, but there you go. So I'm now just I'm doing just a few lines here and there. I'm going to do one down here as well. And then I'm going to get my other brush, which is the shorter one, which is the Bestie brush, and I'm just going to create some different type of shapes as well. So here I'm just going to go round and then down. Like I said, where there's raised bits, it's not going to be completely smooth, but that's my fault for being lazy. You can avoid that. And then I'm just going to apply some small lines just randomly. It would also be a good idea to do this step in gel paint because it's much easier to work with than gel polish, but the problem I've got here is there's a hair on this nail. So I've got the hair, but in the meantime of getting it, I have smudged this nail. So I'm just going to create a pattern with it instead of like wiping it all off and starting again. So we're just going to make it a little L shape instead. This is the good thing about abstract, is nothing has to make sense, which is good. I'm then going to go in with a dotting tool and just put a dot between that line and that one. And then again, I'm just going to apply some dots randomly. Dots make all the difference to a nail. I don't care what anyone says. I don't know why, but every nail needs some dots. Okay, and then that's it for that one. I'm going to pop that one in the lamp. So it's just totally random. I'm not doing anything in particular. And I'm just going to do the exact same thing with this nail. Again, just random. So going in with black again, creating some lines. This time I'm going to make the line slightly thicker at the top and then come down into like a V. Just to mix it up a bit because I want all these three nails to be different. And then let's go a bit more on my brush. I'm just going to take this one up here. Just making sure that my brush is saturated in polish, and it just makes it much easier. I'm just going to pull down with this one right over a lot of the nail. And then just trying to get it nice and smooth as possible. I'm going to make that one a little bit thicker because I've took that a little bit high. Okay, and then I'm going in with my other brush again. I'm not going to show you like all of this on all these nails, don't worry. Like, I'm just quickly showing you briefly what I'm doing. Just totally random. That's the fun in these sorts of designs. Doesn't have to be perfect. There's no real way of making it perfect because it's just totally random, and that's the fun. I'm sorry if you can hear trotting around. This is what happens when my mum leaves the house for longer than 2 seconds. The dogs like to know where she is at all times. So I'm just applying some dots now. Just randomly again. Not in any particular way. And that's that for that one. I'm going to pop that in the lamp. So I'm just going to do the last one off camera and then we can come back and see what they look like top coated. So I've just added 2 black nails to these nails as well, just to break them up a little bit because there's a lot of white, and to be honest, I'm not really that much of a fan of white. I'm just going to quickly top coat them and then put them on the end of my straw, which sounds really strange every time I say it, but this is how I display them at the end of videos. So I'm just going to do that and then we can have a look. So here's the finished set. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed putting these together. Super easy, but really effective at the end result. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you so much for watching as always. And I'll be back soon with another one. Bye.